Hello, hello, hello. I'm the PaintedDog and welcome back to another episode of our City Skylines modded series. I hope you're having a lovely day. My day is actually quite good, thanks. Now, if you can remember from the last episode, it's been a couple of weeks. But there's a reason for it. I'll get into that now shortly. But if you can remember, we added in this highway on and off ramp with two roundabouts, just to help with traffic flow into this area, because we will start zoning that quite soon. But as you can see, this clover leaf is getting a bit busy, so today we are going to change this up and add in another interchange that will work a bit better here. It will cause a couple of things to change here, but not too drastically, so don't stress about that. But overall, traffic is flowing quite well, while our park has burned down, so that's fine. We don't worry about that too much now. But in short, why it's been a couple of weeks, there was an update or something with some of the mods that completely broke the game. So I had to go through it and just power through all of the times when I don't know what happened here. That might still be one of the mods that's acting up. But yeah, I had to go through the mod list and change a couple of things up, just to make sure that it works. So that was a bit of a headache, but that's okay, because that's sorted out for now. We'll see if it stays like that. Hopefully it will, but yeah, we'll see. Don't know why I paused there. But yeah, it's been a couple of weeks because our mods caused the game to not even load, so I had to go through it one by one, check everything, and then I got all the mods out that's unnecessary, and then it wouldn't load because it said it needed a couple of mods. When you add in the mods, then they say there's interaction, so yeah, it was a bit of a headache, but hopefully it's sorted out now. So first up, we need to address this before we start zoning on this side. And as soon as we change this interchange, then we can start with beautification along here. As I also said previously, this road, because that's connecting up this neighborhood with this, and this highway on and off ramp might change in future, but we'll see. Maybe it's not necessary, but we'll keep an eye on that. So first up, for this interchange, I'm going to use a stack interchange. Now for this, I'm not going to go through everything step by step. There's a couple of people that have great tutorials on this. I'll use a modification of it, as seen on Move a Mouse tutorial on this. I'll link it below, and he basically did his off of another creators, but I'll link both in the description down below. So first up, let's get this paused and delete everything in here. But as soon as I do that, I think it's time for a time lapse. As I said, I won't go into this in detail. You can always watch their tutorials. They're a lot better at this thing than I am. So yeah, let's see how this goes. And here we have a stack interchange. As you can see, it's a bit wonky because I kept this at a higher level because it's coming out off a bridge, so it just makes sense to keep it like that. I will rework this so it looks a bit better, but overall this will cope better with traffic. If you drive, let's say from this side, if you want to go left or right, you take this off ramp. If you go to the right, you stick to the right, you actually turn left, and if you go left, you actually turn right. And as you saw, I did a bit of lane selection here, and I upgraded this to 2-lane roads just to help a bit. So we'll see how that goes. If you want to, you can always divide this into also highway off ramps or maybe 2-lane roads. But I think for now this will be fine. We'll see how our traffic handles it and if they get in each other's ways. But at this stage I think that's fine. And yeah, it doesn't look too bad. It's not entirely symmetric here or there, but or here actually anywhere. But that's fine. That's fine. So we'll see how that goes. It doesn't turn in front of each other, so that's good. So that's the first thing that we want to do. Now we need to do a bit of zoning. Let's get out of this. As you can see, we have a high demand for residential. So this side will be the impromptu, basically industrial area for this side. There's a post office and a firehouse and all that on this side, so that's fine. So let's do a little bit of work over here. We will need a medical center, and yeah, we'll need schools as well. So if we place one in here, medical center in there, that will be fine. Maybe there's space, we can always add in a cemetery as well on this side. That's good. Now we'll need a cop shop. And maybe a firehouse as well. We already have one, but you can't really have too much. Schools. Let's use this area. I think this will be good for a school. Let's add in a park as well. Now just to find the right park, eh? That's always fun. But yeah, let's use something like this. Let's go for a large playground. Then maybe a high school. Let's add a space there. And then we'll put tennis courts in here as well. Something like that. We still need to add in the pathways, but that's fine, we can work with that. There's bicycle lanes everywhere, so we just need something that looks good at this stage. So this side, let's add in a couple of dirt paths. You know, something like that. And then we can add in these pathways. But let me get that done, so you don't have to sit through everything. And I'll see you now. Okay, so there's a couple of pathways everywhere connecting all of this, and this side the same. And I added in bike path crossing there, and the bike path around there as well. So hopefully that works. We'll see. And I already fixed the electricity, the power cables, so that's fine, that's connected. Now it's just this side. So to help that, I'm gonna zone a bit of high density, a bit of low density. We're gonna switch this up. So hopefully this works, and hopefully it works well, so we can continue to do this. Something like that. Just a couple of high density, and we'll mix in a couple of low densities as well. This might look a bit strange, but we'll work around it. Something like that, just to help this connect up as well. And then we'll go again. Something like that, so everything can get connected through this. I think that will be work quite well. So yeah, so our stack interchange, as you can see, traffic is standing still a bit here. It's because people there's always these people that they see they have to turn off and then they continue straight through there. To help with that, we might want to decrease this to a 2-lane. But we'll see, just to make that a bit less drastic. But we'll see if we need to do that. But traffic's at least still flowing, not really a standstill. As you can see here, it's a bit busy, but yeah, we have a toll road there. That will help with that. As soon as we buy these tiles, then we can always make another crossing here. But for now, we have to deal with this. Our water is sorted out, so that's good. I think a mix of a couple of high density buildings in here will work quite well. So we need to do a bit of beautification around there, and definitely around here, just to make things look a little bit better. But I think this area might be quite lovely later on. We don't have any public transport or bus lines in here. You can always try and remedy that. I would really like a bus route just to come around here, just a single connection or close to a connection here, and then work our way back. I think that will be work quite well. There's a bit of overlap. I don't really want any people stopping on there, so let's do that. Let's utilize our new bridge. And let's get this turned around. Something like that. Don't want any stops on there. So this is just to get people to move from over this side to this side. I brought it here so we can work from here. Then we can add in maybe 1 or 2 bus lines. We already have overlap here, so we don't really have to go from over here, so that's fine. And we can have a bus line going on this side, down there, and going around, and then one on this side. Because people will walk quite a distance, so hopefully that will be fine. I want to add it close to these pedestrian pathways, but since we added in pedestrian pathways basically everywhere, that's fine. There's no worries there. Let's take that one, because I want them to go around there. I don't want to stop at the same stops, but we can always go to stops in between. You know, something like that. We'll have one. We can always add in the counterclockwise as well. And now I just want to do the same thing on this side. Get that around there. So there is a couple of places where we can walk from here to a nearest bus stop, so that's not too shabby. Then we'll use this bit of our square about. One there, one there. So they can get from this side to this side, and they can go through there. And there's a couple of areas where they're overlapping here, so we can use this bus line to travel closer to this one. Bus stop there, so we can transfer the same there. There's a couple of places where we can transfer, so I'm not worried about that. So hopefully people will start using it. We need to do a bit more zoning in here, and we might do a bit of zoning in here. Let's quickly take a look at our city vitals. Everything is still fine. 99% employment. So yeah, it's chugging along quite nicely, eh? I don't see any. Let's take a look at our traffic. 78%. Where's the issue? Thing is, nobody is standing still. Traffic's moving. Yes, there's a couple of areas with high usage, but the traffic's not standing still. That's the main part, eh? Let's take a quick peek at our forestry area. What do you need? Workers. If you have enough produced goods, you just need workers. Yeah, so basically we need to add in more residential. So this area, at this stage I earmarked it as an area for industrial, but I don't really like placing in huge areas of that, so we might just work that around. Let's see if I dezone this. We can get the ground pollution over that side dealt with. No, I don't want to destroy things such as a medical clinic or that. Everything's still connected up with electricity. Everything's still connected. So we'll have that small patch here, we'll have that, and we can always do a bit of commercial around there and then residential again. This park only needs visitors to upgrade, so that's good. This one, entertainment's fine. As soon as it upgrades with enough visitors, then we can do a bit more. As you can see, I'm a bit procrastinating now because detailing is not my strong suit. But I need to work on that, so yeah, we can always try and do that. Let me just take that out, because that's going to bother me. Straight slope. That's a bit better. Yeah, that will work. And we need to do a bit more zoning. I'm gonna add in some pockets and try and connect up areas through that. I'd like the hotkey for this. It would have really made it a lot easier. Not too shabby, hey Nige. I'm gonna add in commercial buildings at these areas. Because they will be a bit louder. I might not do those ones because they'll need easy access to the roads. I'll maybe just do these ones that's connected up straight to the road there. You know, something like that. Now they'll complain, definitely they'll complain until they are connected up. But that's not too bad, we can always work with that. You know, something like that. Hopefully that will expand so we don't have to worry about that. It will expand, definitely. The electricity zone of influence, that's the word I'm looking for. Will be fine there. But meh. I'm gonna leave it. That's gonna connect up shortly. Yeah, that's fine. We'll do a bit of zoning as we go along. So I really want to think about a university campus area. You can always try and fit it in here. Bit of industrial here, university buildings around. I think that might be the way to go. There is public transport coming to here. And a little bit in here, but that's basically just to connect this area up. So we can always double down and do a bit more. Maybe even include a tram and bike connection. If I can find that one. This one. You can always do this for outer lane and have trams going around. That might be a thing. Have trams go around and then maybe a bus line, but I don't think a bus line will be necessary then, because they can get everywhere from there. I think that will be the way to go. University in here. It's busy, but it's working. I don't really want to downgrade it at this stage. Let's take a look at this truck. What will it do? Cuts in, and it cuts in right there. I don't understand people. Not even simulated people. This might look a bit strange. I might want to rework that, but for now, that will work. It'll keep our town chugging along and visitors being able to use all the bicycle lanes and amenities and everything, so that's fine. I'm not too angry about that. Let's get these plots connected up, just so everything has electricity. That's the main thing. I want people to be able to use these areas without them going out of business. That will be fine. And that's connected up. That's connected up. Only thing is this side, but we will work around it. Don't know what happened there. And then we have that. Hopefully that will get zoned and all built up, and then that will be fine. So we have our next extension. I want to add in maybe a custom park around here, stretching through here. That might look quite lovely. And next episode we can do that, and we can always start with our university area if that's unlocked yet. Not yet. We still need a 11,000 students, but we might be able to do a trade school. Maybe a trade school here will work because there's industrial areas in here as well. So this might be a trade school area. So that will be for the next episode. Park and maybe small parks in here, and a tram line, convert this to a tram and bike lane or road, and university area in here. I think that will work quite well for us. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let's get a view of this busy road. But I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you in the next one. Cheerio.